Hello and welcome. I hope you're doing well today. Let me ask you something. Have you ever planned to get some work done, maybe study, write something, or complete an important task, but ended up doing something else? Maybe you looked at your phone, started scrolling through social media, watched a few random videos, or just kept thinking, I'll start in 5 minutes, but never did. You're not the only one. This happens to so many of us, and it's very normal. You might feel lazy, distracted, or unmotivated, but honestly, it's not always your fault. Most of the time, the real reason is that we try to work for too long without any breaks. Our minds get tired and we lose focus. But the good news is there's a very simple technique that can help. It's easy to use and you don't need any special tools. This method helps you stay focused, take regular breaks, and still get a lot done. It's called the Pomodoro technique, and today I'm going to explain how it works and how you can use it in your daily routine. Pomodoro technique is a simple and powerful way to manage your time and improve your focus. This method was created by an Italian student named Francesco Cirillo back in the 1980s. He used a tomato-shaped kitchen timer to help himself focus while studying, and that's why it's called Pomodoro, which means tomato in Italian. The main idea behind this technique is to break your work or study time into small, focused chunks, instead of sitting for hours and getting distracted. It helps your brain stay fresh and active without feeling overwhelmed or tired. So how do you do it? It's actually very simple. First, choose one task you want to focus on. It could be anything like studying for an exam, writing an assignment, answering emails, reading a book, or even organizing your room. Just make sure you pick only one thing at a time. That's really important. Next, you set a timer for 25 minutes. This is your focused work session. During this time, you should try your best to give your full attention to that one task. Put your phone on silent or out of reach. Close unnecessary tabs on your computer. Tell people around you that you're busy for the next 25 minutes. This short time of focus is called 1 Pomodoro. When the timer rings after 25 minutes, stop working immediately even if you feel like you can keep going. It's time for a break. Take a 5-minute break. This is your time to relax. You can stretch, walk around, drink water, check your phone, or just close your eyes and breathe. Do something that helps you feel refreshed. After the break, start another 25-minute work session and then another 5-minute break. Keep repeating this cycle. Once you've done 4 Pomodoros, that means 4 rounds of 25 minutes of work and 5 minutes of break, it's time for a longer break. This break should be about 15 to 30 minutes. During this time, you can eat something, go outside, listen to music, or just rest your mind. The Pomodoro technique works because it gives your brain a chance to fully focus, but only for a short time. You're not trying to study or work for 3 or 4 hours nonstop. Instead, you're working in short, focused sessions with regular breaks. This keeps you from feeling bored, tired, or frustrated. And because the time is limited, you naturally try to stay more focused and avoid wasting time. Even if you only complete 1 or 2 Pomodoros, it still helps you move forward. Over time, this method trains your brain to focus better and waste less time. Now that you know how the Pomodoro technique works, you might be thinking, okay, it sounds simple, but does it actually help? The answer is yes, it really works. And here's why. Most of the time, when we sit down to work, we feel like we have hours ahead of us. That can make us lazy, slow, and distracted because our brain thinks I have so much time, I'll start later. But when you set a timer for just 25 minutes, it feels different. That ticking clock creates a gentle pressure, just enough to help you focus. You're not thinking about finishing everything. You're just thinking, let me focus for this one session. That small sense of urgency can help you beat procrastination because starting feels easier. When you try to study or work for long hours without breaks, your brain gets tired. You lose focus, make mistakes, and start zoning out. The Pomodoro technique gives your mind a break before it reaches that tired, overloaded point. Even just a short 5-minute break can refresh your brain and help you come back sharper. That's why people who use Pomodoro often feel more energetic and clear-minded even after hours of work. We often start with big goals and lots of motivation, but after a few days we give up. Why? Because we try to do too much, too fast. The Pomodoro technique helps you build a habit of showing up every day, even if it's just for 1 or 2 sessions. Small steps every day are better than trying to do everything in one go and burning out. Have you ever spent 3 hours on something and felt like you did nothing? That usually happens when you're not fully aware of how you're spending your time. Pomodoro helps you track your time better. Each session is clear and focused. You can count how many Pomodoros you did in a day and see real progress. This makes your time feel more valuable and it's easier to stay motivated. When you know you're only focusing for 25 minutes, it's easier to silence your phone, ignore notifications, and stay away from social media. You're not saying I won't touch my phone all day, you're just saying I'll focus for these 25 minutes, and after that, you can check your phone during the break. So your brain doesn't feel like it's missing out. It's just waiting for the break. Let's be honest. Some tasks are just boring, but if you know you only have to do it for 25 minutes, it feels easier to start. You're not committing to hours of painful work. You're just giving it one short burst. And once you start, you might even get into the flow and want to keep going. So the Pomodoro technique works because it's simple, realistic, and gentle on your brain. It doesn't require willpower or motivation, just a timer and a little commitment. And once you try it a few times, you'll see how much more focused, calm, and productive you feel. Once you understand how the Pomodoro technique works, the next step is to use it in the right way. Sometimes people try it once or twice, but they stop because they didn't use it properly or expected too much from the first day. So here are some helpful tips that can make your Pomodoro sessions more effective and more enjoyable. First, it's important to start small. If you're new to this method, don't try to do 6 or 8 Pomodoros in one day. That can feel too much and you might get tired or frustrated. Even doing just 2 or 3 focused sessions in a day is a great start. The goal is not to be perfect. The goal is to build a habit that helps you stay focused over time. When you use this method regularly, even a few sessions a day can make a big difference. Also, make sure you actually set a timer. Don't just guess the time in your head. You can use your phone's timer, a kitchen timer, or even a Pomodoro app. That ticking sound or countdown keeps your brain aware that time is passing. It creates a little bit of healthy pressure, and when the timer rings, it also gives you a reason to stop and take a break. That small sound tells your brain, "Good job. Time to relax now." Before starting, try to make a short to-do list. Write down 2 or 3 small tasks that you want to work on. That way, when your timer starts, you don't waste time thinking, "What should I do now?" You'll already have a plan, and that helps you use the 25 minutes more wisely. Even writing "read chapter 1" or "reply to 5 emails" is enough. It doesn't have to be complicated. One of the most important things is to remove distractions. Try to keep your phone on silent or in another room. Close any apps or tabs that you don't need, and if possible, tell the people around you that you need 25 minutes of quiet time. If a thought or distraction pops into your mind during the session, just tell yourself, "I'll deal with that after the timer rings." You'll be surprised how often it can wait. Now here's something many people don't expect. Never skip your break. Even if you're in the flow and want to keep working, it's better to stop and rest for a few minutes. That break gives your brain time to breathe. You can walk, stretch, drink water, or just look out the window. Taking regular breaks helps you avoid mental tiredness and keeps your focus strong throughout the day. It also helps to track your progress. You can draw little circles for each Pomodoro you finish or use an app to count your sessions. This shows you how much you're getting done, and it gives you a small feeling of achievement after each session. Even if you only complete 2 or 3 Pomodoros in a day, that's still better than 0, and you can actually see your progress. You don't always have to stick to exactly 25 minutes. If you're just starting, you can do 15 minutes of focus and a 3-minute break. If you're more experienced, you can try 30 or even 40 minutes. It's okay to change the timing based on what feels right for you. What matters most is that you focus during the session and give yourself real rest after. And finally, be kind to yourself. Not every day will go perfectly. Some days you might not focus well, or you may only finish 1 Pomodoro, and that's completely okay. The Pomodoro technique isn't about being strict or hard on yourself. It's about helping your brain focus better and feel more relaxed while working. Just keep trying, even if your progress is slow. With time, you'll see that this technique really helps. You'll feel less stressed, less overwhelmed, and more in control of your time. And most importantly, you'll start enjoying your work again, 1 Pomodoro at a time. While the Pomodoro technique is very simple and effective, there are still some common mistakes that many people make in the beginning. These mistakes can stop you from getting the full benefit of the technique, and sometimes they even make people give up too soon. So it's important to understand what not to do, so you can make this method work smoothly in your daily routine. One of the most common mistakes is treating Pomodoro sessions like a race. Some people start the timer and try to finish the entire task within just 1 session. But that's not the point. The 25-minute timer isn't about rushing. It's about staying focused. If your task is big, it might take several Pomodoros to finish, and that's perfectly fine. It's better to do it slowly with full attention than to rush and make mistakes. Another mistake is skipping breaks. When you're in the middle of something and feel like you're doing well, you might think, "Let me just continue, I don't need a break." But skipping breaks can lead to mental fatigue, and you'll feel tired much sooner than you expect. Those 5-minute breaks might seem small, but they play a big role in keeping your brain refreshed. It's important to trust the system, focus when it's time to focus, and rest when it's time to rest. Some people also struggle because they choose the wrong tasks. They pick something too vague like work on my project or study. These are not clear enough. It's better to break big tasks into small, specific parts. For example, instead of saying study, you can say read chapter 2 or make flashcards for 10 words. Clear tasks help you stay on track and feel accomplished after each Pomodoro. Distractions are another big reason why Pomodoro doesn't work for some people. If your phone is near you, or if you keep checking messages or switching tasks during your 25 minutes, then the focus is lost. The whole point is to give one task your full attention. So it's very important to prepare for your space before you begin. Keep only what you need, turn off notifications, and tell yourself that for the next 25 minutes, nothing else matters. Sometimes people also make the mistake of trying to do too many Pomodoros in a row without listening to their body or energy. Just because the system suggests 4 Pomodoros doesn't mean you must do all 4 every single time. If your brain feels tired after 2 or 3 sessions, that's okay. You can stop and continue later. The method should feel helpful, not like a punishment or a strict rule. It's about balance. There are also people who become too focused on the numbers, how many Pomodoros they did in a day, how many breaks they took, how much time they used. While tracking can be helpful, it shouldn't become stressful. If you spend more time worrying about tracking your time than actually working, then the method loses its purpose. It's better to stay relaxed and enjoy the process. Focus on building a habit, not chasing numbers. Lastly, one of the biggest mistakes is expecting immediate results. Some people try it for one day, and if they don't see big changes, they stop. But like any habit or technique, Pomodoro takes time to show full results. The more you practice it, the easier it becomes. Slowly, your focus improves. Your mind gets used to short, deep work sessions, and your work feels lighter. It's not magic, it's progress, and it builds over time. So, if you make a few mistakes at first, don't worry. Everyone does. Just notice them, adjust, and keep going. The Pomodoro technique works best when it's used with patience, flexibility, and kindness toward yourself. It's not about being perfect. It's about being better, one focused session at a time. You've now reached the final part of this video, and I hope by now the Pomodoro technique feels simple and doable. The best thing about this method is that you don't have to be perfect or super motivated to start. All you need is a small amount of focus, one clear task, and a timer. That's it. No fancy apps or complicated planning. Just small steps, one Pomodoro at a time. Let's say you are someone who always gets distracted while doing homework. You sit down to study, but after 5 minutes you pick up your phone or open YouTube. Hours pass, and nothing gets done. But with Pomodoro, the approach becomes different. You tell yourself, I'll just study for 25 minutes. You put your phone away, open your book, and set the timer. When it rings, you take a short break. Then you do another 25-minute session. After just 2 or 3 rounds, you may realize you've done more in 1 hour than you usually do in a whole evening. That's the magic of this method. It turns big, stressful tasks into smaller pieces that feel easier to handle. And when something feels easier, you're more likely to do it again the next day. Over time, this builds a strong habit of focus and discipline, without the stress or guilt that usually comes with procrastination. So if you feel overwhelmed, tired, or just unable to concentrate lately, don't worry. You're not lazy, you just need a better system. And Pomodoro can be that system. It's kind to your brain, gives you room to rest, and helps you enjoy your work more. Try it today. Just one 25-minute session. No pressure. Just focus, then rest. That's how real progress starts. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope it gives you a new and helpful way to manage your time, reduce stress, and stay focused. Sometimes all we need is a little structure and a gentle reminder that small steps can lead to big results. The Pomodoro technique is not about being perfect. It's about showing up, doing your best in short bursts, and taking care of your energy along the way. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and share it with someone who might be struggling with focus or time management. And if you've already tried the Pomodoro technique before, I'd love to hear your experience in the comments. What worked for you? What didn't? Your story could help someone else too. And if you're new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe for more practical tips like this, all in easy English and explained in a way that feels simple, relatable, and useful for everyday life. Take care of yourself, and remember, even 25 minutes of focused effort can make a big difference. See you in the next video.